So today we'll be talking about how you can get started in a slot machine business and just how much money you can make while doing so. Now, a lot of you guys might not like the slot machine business because it's a form of gambling, and this usually makes people lose money, and it also destroys lives and all that bad stuff. And some people like slot machines because they find it entertaining, but the owners of slot machines are the ones that are always smiling because they make a lot of money from each slot machine, and they do so consistently. So for that reason, we'll be looking at just how you can make money from a slot machine business today. Now, if you're seeing me for the very first time, my name is Ian, and on this channel, I talk about making money, investing, and personal finance. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to this channel and turning on notifications so you can see new videos that I post here. And I post videos here every single day. Now, also, I have a bunch of other videos about other ways to make money and an entire playlist here on YouTube with these videos, so you can go watch some of my other content as well and get some more ideas to make some money. So right now, I'm going to walk you through the process of starting this business from the first cost you will have to the profits that will hit your bank account, right? So very, very important now that you pay attention. So the first cost you're going to have is going to be your first slot machine, or buying your first slot machine. Now, I know you guys are thinking that this must be expensive, but it's a lot less than what you think. Now, I know you're thinking that a slot machine will cost you $5,000 or thereabout, but you can actually get a brand new one for about $600. And of course, I'm leaving links down below so you guys can go and see for yourself that you can actually purchase one of these machines for around $600, right? So that's going to be the first cost. Now, in addition to that, you have to have some money to make change for people. And also when people win, which is rarely, by the way, but you have to have cash to pay them, right? So all in all, we can say that the cost to start up right here is going to be about $1,000 or less. Now, I do have other videos with other businesses that you can start that cost you $0 or just a few dollars to hundreds of dollars. So if the startup cost here is too much, then I have other content you may be interested in, but stick around because we haven't talked about the profits here yet. Now, I just said that you could buy a slot machine for around $600, and that's brand new. If you want a used slot machine which still functions, then you can use eBay and get 2 to 3 slot machines for that price. You can buy a set of slot machines for under $1,000 on eBay and get probably 4 to 5 machines to set them up wherever you want them. Now guys, disclaimer here, and very important that I mention before we go any further in this video, is that this isn't something that you can freely do in all states, right? Some states you can just put a slot machine in your bar or business and there's no problems, but there are other states where it's illegal and you have to be a licensed casino operator or have some sort of license to be able to have a working slot machine. So before you attempt this business, be sure to check out your state or your city's rules on gambling and slot machines in particular, so you don't get into any trouble, right? And by trouble here, I mean getting locked up and going to prison for a very long time. So be sure to verify if this is something that you can actually do before you attempt it. Now, slot machines are kinda in a different category, right? Most of the people who play slot machines don't actually play them to win money. And if you check or ask most of them, they don't play it because they think they have a chance of winning a lot of money. For them, it's just entertainment, and even more so, a lot of people who play slot machines are actually addicted to it, and they will literally spend their entire paycheck playing slot machines without caring about winning or getting anything in return, right? So it's kind of like drugs or alcohol. People just blow their money in it without caring much about it. Now, before we talk about money, that brings us to the question of ethics, right? Is this something that you should do, since if you do it, chances are a lot of people who play your slot machines will be destroying their lives by doing so. And of course, not all of them, right? Because some people will play for fun and leave, but some are going to be addicts, right? So is this morally wrong? I mean, one could argue that it's wrong because people destroy their lives and spend all their money here and then suffer, right? And then another argument could be that it's the same as having a bar and people who are alcoholics come there and spend their entire paycheck and still ruin their lives? So that's a question I can't answer. That's something for you to decide. Comment down below what you think about this. So as for profits, how does the owner actually make money from slot machines? Well, again, this is up to you. And again, disclaimer here, if you choose to do this, then it's your business. I just do these videos for educational purposes, and it is a business idea. So with that said, you actually choose how much money the slot machine takes from the players. Yes, you heard that right. Each slot machine is programmed to pay back a certain percentage of every dollar and keep the rest for the casino, or in this case, the owner of the slot machine. Now, there is no specific name for this, and we can call it whatever we want. So for argument's sake, let's just call it the owner's profit in this video, right? So let's say the owner's profit of a slot machine is programmed to 5%. This means that for every $100 the player spends, the computer makes sure that he can only get back $95 and ensures that the owner ends up with $5. Now, I know you may be saying, Ian, this doesn't make any sense because I've seen or heard of people winning at slot machines, and to win, you must get back more than what you played with. And here's the thing, right? The computer doesn't do this for every player. So within a day or a week or a month, however it is set up, the computer ensures that the owner's profit is 5% in this case. So even if it takes it an entire day or week, at the end, 5% is going to the owner. Now, most slot machines have a payback percentage between 90 and 98%. So to make some more sense of this, here's an example, right? You play on a slot machine that has a 95% payback percentage, which means it has a 5% owner's profit, as we're calling it in this video. Your bet size is $5 per spin and you make 400 spins per hour. You can figure out your average rate loss, or what you can expect to lose on average per hour, by using this formula. So it's amount bet per spin times spin per hour times the owner's profit. So in this case, it would be $5 times 400 spins times 5%, which is $100. This means that if you play for 10 hours, your expected loss is $1,000. You simply multiply the expected hourly loss times the number of hours you plan to play, and you get the average expected loss. Now, remember, these slot machines are run by computers and not people, right? Now, these computers use programs or algorithms based on mathematics. So these programs are always right and don't ever make any mistakes. And if they do make mistakes, the machine just stops working, so the owner doesn't lose. The only way the computer messes up is if the programmer made errors when programming the slot machine. I mean, it may take millions of spins, but the program guarantees 100% of the time that the machine produces the programmed profit percentage for the owner. Now, this may sound a little bit shady to you. So back to the point of people actually winning on slot machines, or your slot machine if you had one. The owner's profit and the payback percentage are long-term, right, and not short-term. So what this simply means is that these percentages are realized over a long period of time. So in the short term, like a couple hours or even a day or two, the owner's profits and payback percentages will vary, and sometimes by a lot, resulting in people suffering big losses and other people getting big winnings. But at the end of the day, so to speak, or eventually, the short-term variance evens out completely by the computers, and it will produce the program results, making the owner the correct percentage in profits. So for that reason, you can't win with a slot machine forever, and the owner is the only person who will really win. So the profits here from this business depends on what you program the slot machine to do, or the percentage of profit you program it to make from the total money spent playing it over a particular time frame, and also the amount of money or people that actually use it. So again, guys, let's do some more maths here, right? So let's say you have a bar, and in your state and city this is completely legal, and you can just buy the slot machine, install it, and do as you please. You get 100 people playing the machine every day, and they all spend $100 because they're all addicts, right? So follow now, important. So $100 times 100 people is equal to $10,000 per day. Let's say you program the machine to make you 2% or keep 2% in profit per week. At the end of the week, even if one guy lost $90 of his $100 and another guy makes double his money and left with $200, at the end of the week, the computer will make sure that the profits and the loss gets to where it needs to be. So making sure that you end up with 2% of $10,000, which is $200. So the profits from this business are really what you want them to be, and how much traffic your slot machine gets on a daily or weekly basis. So in this business, you guys can actually determine how much money you want to make, right? You can set that amount. So guys, that's how the slot machine business really plays out. Is this something that you should do? Well, that's up to you. However, before you go, just remember this is illegal in some places and does require a license in some. So before you go buying 3 slot machines for $500 and setting up the owner's profits to 10% and starting a business, find out if you can actually do this. And if you do decide to do this without finding out if it's legal and you get caught, disclaimer, you're on your own, right? This video is for educational purposes only. Now guys, I think I've covered all I should in this video, and if you have any questions or comments, please drop them down below and I'll respond. And also, you guys can message me on Instagram, link down below in the description as well. Now, I hope this video was very helpful and I was able to provide some value to you guys. And if you like this kind of content, remember to be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification icon so you can get updated when I post new videos here, which is at least once per day, right? Now, in addition to that, be sure to also share this video anywhere you think it may be able to reach more people and help someone out as well. Now guys, if you're a new viewer or a new subscriber here on the channel, be sure to check out some of my other videos on high-yield savings accounts, checking accounts, investments, credit cards, and of course, more ways or more business ideas for you to make some more money. Also, I've left a couple links down below to free stuff, free stocks, and cashback offers, so be sure to check the links down below in the description for all kinds of free stuff. Once again, thank you guys for tuning into the channel. All the best with your business ventures, and until tomorrow, adios.